In this edition of Cooksmart, we're going to catch dinner the old-fashioned way. We're going to earn it. We went fishing on Lake Erie and I landed some of the biggest fish I've ever caught. We're going to take our catch into the kitchen and cook up some delicious recipes, along with some unusual sauces. The morning's weather looked promising as I met Captain Denny Brown of Offshore Charters at a marina on the east side of Cleveland. As Denny readied the boat for the trip, I couldn't help but be excited about the thought of catching some of the great fish from Lake Erie that I've been hearing about. Our families always love getting out on Lake Erie. It's really such a beautiful asset to have right on our own doorstep.
How does it look today? You think it's going to be choppy or pretty smooth?
I think it's going to be a nice day today, Susie. We got a front that's come through the last day or two, and it should settle the water down, and we should have a nice stability as far as fish going. So I think we're going to have a real nice day.
Have you been out this week?
Yes, I was out Sunday and had 4 clients, and we had a beautiful day. We limited out on walleye. And we
you did?
Yeah.
So there's a limit?
Yeah, there's 6 fish per person.
6? You caught 6 fish per person?
Per person, yeah.
Kidding?
So we had...
Gee, in how long a period of time?
Well, we were out a total of about 8 hours. Normally, a charter captain will run either 4-hour trips or 8-hour trips. It's typically the length of time.
I can't believe you caught 6 fish a person. Every time I've been fishing, I've never had that kind of luck.
We caught quite a few of those. We've caught...
It didn't take long for us to start talking about food.
We've caught a beautiful channel cat. This was a 10-pound channel cat.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, and it was a beautiful fish.
Those are good catfish. They're delicious.
Great eating.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
They're a little different type of a fish than your normal. You don't have scales on it. You have to skin that.
You're ugly.
But they're great eating.
They taste really good. I deep fried them. You know, kind of cut them on the diagonal and deep fried them, and they were wonderful.
Little hush puppies.
Yeah, they're great. So are there limits on all the different fish?
No, on your sport fish, typically you have limits on those. And your other fish, there's really unlimited. Yellow perch, you have 50 per person.
50?
Walleye, 50.
At one time?
At one time, right.
And you can do that?
Yep.
Come out here and catch 50
Sure.
As we made our way out of the harbor, the sun was starting to climb higher, and Denny made his way to our first location, just off of East Lake. There, he gave me a quick lesson in how to handle the fishing equipment. For me, it wasn't easy.
We're going to be using weight forward spinners right now. This lure here is a crawl Nautica, and it's designed to go down about 15 feet maximum. It's a sort of a surface lure. As we look on our fish finder, we notice that the fish are suspended a little bit, so we're going to be using this type of a lure. We're going to be casting off, counting down, and...
Did you say counting down?
Yeah, we'll do a countdown. Typically, these lures will drop 1 foot per count. So we'll count down here about 12 counts to ourselves, whatever, and then we'll start retrieving the lure. So why don't you take this line here, and I'll get the other one going.
Wait a second. I'm left-handed.
Okay.
When I'm left-handed,
well, I'll tell you what. Put your right hand here.
Okay.
There you go.
And then I would...
Right. Now, this is a Cavalier type of rod. It's a real sensitive rod. It's designed for drift fishing. And you're going to feel that fish just sort of tap, tap, tap right on the tip. So keep your line taut.
Okay.
And I'm going to get this other line in the water.
Denny was really patient and gave me all kinds of tips. At first, I had trouble just turning the handle the right way on the reel.
Denny, since I'm doing it, I'm like, screw. I'm doing this. Oh, there it goes. I'm doing it the wrong way. You must be dying. If I see someone cooking and they're doing it wrong, it drives me crazy.
Let's see what kind of fish we got here. Maybe we're going to need a landing net.
It's a whale. The rest after this one. Oh, God, where are you going? Don't you go under the boat.
Okay.
Here it is.
Oh,
wow,
boy. Channel catfish. Channel?
Even I know that. Oh, he didn't even get the worm, the poor guy. He didn't even get the worm.
Oh, that's a nice fish you got.
Oh, good.
Gee, we're going to get a little
Hush
variety
puppies, huh?
here. Yeah, hush puppies and catfish.
Look at them.
Boy, that's a little...
Sorry, I called you guys ugly before. Beautiful.
That's a nice fish. I think we'll throw that in the cooler.
Then it was Denny's turn to pull a fish in.
Oh, my gosh,
Look it.
we got Lake Erie bass, silver bass.
Oh, you're kidding.
This is our freshwater drum.
Isn't that beautiful?
Right here.
Now,
I'm sorry?
No, weight-wise, would you keep that?
That is a little short. I wanted to do, I was mentioning to you before, this is a sheephead, or a freshwater drum. It's a little smaller one, pound and a half.
That's really
And we want to do something today. We want to see if we can get a few larger ones here and possibly do a new recipe I just picked up from Sea Grant. And it's, you've heard of black and red fish.
Oh, I love it.
It's a seafood, sea fish, and ocean fish. And I want to try it with a freshwater drum, see how the recipe turns out. But this is a little too small, so I think we're going to throw this little guy back. Yep.
Go ahead.
See if we can do a little bit better.
Now, the perch that you catch, I've had fried perch. Have you fixed it any other way?
Broiled. Those are basically the ways baked. Sometimes to do a stir fry. Have you ever done a stir fry?
No, I haven't done it with perch.
Oh yeah, that's great.
I bet that's delicious.
Cube the fillets up in little pieces and put them in with your vegetables and things like this into a wok.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And the real important thing on any kind of fish that you're cooking is don't overcook them.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy,
I know.
so many people.
I'm a believer in that, right? They wait. You know, a lot of the recipes too say to cook it until it's flaked, and when it's flaking, it's too late.
It's too late. You've got it right.
You've got to undercook it a little bit. They're good too in parchment. Have you ever done it in paper?
No.
That's a nice way to cook. Yeah, because it basically steams in its own juices, or you can put a little bit of wine in it. And
After spending a lot of time talking about eating fish, Denny decided we'd better get serious about catching some. So we started a run out into the lake, where it was a lot rougher.
How far out are we right now?
Susie, we are about 22 miles out in the lake. Directly off of Wildwood, well, between Wildwood and East Lake is where we're at. We're about 5 miles from the Canadian border.
Oh, really? We're that close?
We're in about 83 feet of water.
So now we're going to try for some bigger fish.
We're going to try for some walleye now. The walleye seem to move down a little bit on us here lately, so what we're going to do is we're going to use depth control fishing is what we're basically doing here. We're going to accomplish that by using downriggers. Downriggers are a device that basically will give us controlled depth fishing in the sense that we can put our lures where the fish are in the water column.
I didn't really understand the system Denny uses in these deep waters. He has all sorts of electronic gear on his boat, but it doesn't guarantee fish all the time. This time, however, the action started almost immediately.
Do I get in trouble if I drop the rod in the water?
Yeah. Captain will throw you over. Okay. Good. Got a nice fish there. A walleye. Take your time. Take your time.
Take your time. Just take your time. Let him stay in the water. Don't panic.
Hey, keep coming there, Susie. You're doing good. Okay, we got it.
Woo!
Oh, we got a nice walleye here. Nice
Oh, look at that.
got
That
this.
is. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
The size.
It's a nice fish.
How big is that fish?
That is about 22 inches, and we have about a 3.5 pound fish here. So it's a nice, it's a good
Isn't that
tapered
nice?
fish. It's called on an evil eye, black and silver, and that was off the downrigger at 50 feet.
Those little teeth.
Naturally, the fish went right into the ice chest to keep it as fresh as possible for our cooking show.
So it's a beautiful
And
fish.
almost
So
before the lid was closed, we had another
let's put her in
strike.
the ice box. Oh, we got a steelhead.
Yeah?
We got a steelhead trout on
Very
here.
good. How could you tell?
Oh, because he's jumping. That's why.
He jumped?
Yeah, he sure did.
Oh, my God. I'm glad you're doing this one.
See, he's going out to the side of the boat here.
Right, I could see that.
These will go all over the place.
Do you have to let him run or not?
We're going to play him here a little bit as we get closer to the... As soon as he sees the boat, he will want to take off.
Oh, really?
He's coming with me right
This is
now.
the first time he's done this? Do you want me to get this?
Okay. We got the net right here, guys. Keep the net open. There you go.
Wow.
All right, we got a nice steelhead trout.
Look at that. Wow. That's a big fish.
Oh, that's a nice fish there.
Oh, geez, he's out swinging.
There we go.
Wow.
Right off that same lure.
Unbelievable.
It's off the evil eye black. The black seems to be the number today. I guess we're going to change a few lures here.
Look at this
Isn't that
thing.
nice fish?
Yeah. Wow.
The steelhead trout was 5 pounds in weight and 23 inches long. and that qualified us for a Fish Ohio award given by the state of Ohio for fish that are above a certain size. Our luck was really starting to work for us.
I gotta get off the transit here. We got a nice walleye here.
He better be big.
Okay,
I'm pooped.
Oh, that looks great.
This fish was a 23.5-inch walleye that weighed 4.5 pounds.
Little slime head.
Oh, hi, honey.
Then it was another steelhead trout that was a little over 5 pounds and was 23.25 inch long. These fish can really fight.
See what size this guy is.
But, like all great days, this one had to come to an end, and so we pulled up our lines and headed for shore with what I thought was a great catch. I really enjoyed my day on the lake and came back amazed at the size and the quality of the fish that are in it. Then the reality of catching fish had to be faced. Cleaning them. Denny helped clean and fillet them for our cooking segment on Cooksmart. It was really above and beyond the call of duty.
Well, fishing and catching these walleye and steelhead and even my little catfish were a lot of fun. But we can have fun cooking them in the kitchen too, and there's a lot of different methods that you can use to cook the fish. I brought one of the walleye with me that I haven't eaten yet. You can see it still looks in pretty good shape. And here I've got a couple of the fillets of the walleye. You can see that this fillet is divided into two sections. And the reason for that is that there's a strip of bones that runs right down. You need to locate that strip of bones and to remove it. And this is the easiest way, is just to cut it out on the walleye. So I've got another fillet here, and I'm going to feel, and you can just, with your finger, you'll be able to feel that strip of bones. And when you find them, just take the knife, make a diagonal cut, and then on the other side of the bones. And then you can just pull that little strip right out. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take the walleye and we're going to do it in a beer batter. I really love the taste of walleye in a beer batter. The beer batter is very crunchy, and the fish is very, very moist inside, particularly when it's just been caught. To make that batter, you can start with about 1.5 cups of, this is just a regular white all-purpose flour, and about a can of beer. Just beat the can of beer, whisk it into the flour. And try to get as many of the lumps out as you can. Now, you may read some recipes for beer batter that have you rest the batter for a while before you use it. And if you've got the time, it's a good idea to. You could leave it rest for about an hour, and that'll help the yeast ferment, and it'll make your dough rise, your batter rise more around the fish when it's deep fried. But if you don't have time, or you're doing things last minute like I do a lot of the time, you can go ahead and use the beer batter right away. It's going to be fine. I got most of the lumps out while it was thick. And this is now, it's a nice smooth batter. And once you fry your first piece of fish, you'll be able to see whether or not you'd like that batter to be a little bit thinner, have a little bit less of a coating, or have it be a little bit thicker. You can take the walleye and you can cut it into thick steaks if that's the way you want to serve it, or you can cut it into smaller pieces and either serve it as an hors d'oeuvre or just serve more pieces per serving. I like to do it in the smaller pieces, and that's what we'll do today. I've got my oil heating, and I'll take these pieces and I'll put them in the batter. See how we're doing. Now, one way to test your oil is to take a wooden spoon, or in this case I have a little Chinese strainer here, and to hold it in the into the oil, and when you see bubbles coming up around the bottom of the wooden skewer or the wooden spoon, you'll be able to know that your oil's about there. This is probably about right. We'll try one piece and see how it goes. Again, you know, if you're doing a very thick piece, it's going to take you longer, and you don't want your batter to get too brown right off the bat. You want to have time for your fish to cook. And remember, too, if your fish is very cold, it's going to lower the temperature of your oil, and you have to be careful about that. This fish is not all that cold, so it's not affecting the temperature very much. And while this fries, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put together a very simple tartar sauce. You can buy tartar sauce, and I'm sure many of you have, or it's very simple to make up. And here I have about a cup of mayonnaise, and that mayonnaise can be either store-bought or it can be homemade, either way. And we're going to add some flavorings to it. Now what I'm adding here is I'm adding a tablespoon of chopped parsley. I'm adding about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less, of fresh tarragon leaves. About the same of chopped shallots. About a tablespoon of chopped green olive. And about a tablespoon of a sweet pickle. We'll just mix that up. It's also nice if this can sit too for a day or so in your refrigerator. It'll help develop flavors. The flavors will come together more. Get a platter over here and talk about how we're going to serve this. Check on your fish once in a while, see how it's doing. Give it a little flip here. I could even turn my oil up just a little bit. I like the outside to be fairly brown. And if it sticks on the bottom, sometimes it'll stick initially. Usually, as it continues to cook, it'll release and it'll come up. But if you have any problem with that, just give it a little bit of a scrape. I have some decorative kale, which I picked up that I wanted to show you. And this is a white kale with white leaves, and this is one with purple leaves. And you can find this often now in the grocery store, and it's really a beautiful garnish. It's also very edible. But it looks nice occasionally instead of using a leaf lettuce. I think we'll just take a couple pieces, and we probably won't fill this whole tray. I've got a cookie sheet with a wire rack on top of it. And I can just take that out, let it cool down for a minute. Okay, we're going to come back to that in a minute. So we're going to talk about our steelhead right now. I have the steelhead fillet here, which Denny filleted for us when we got off the boat. And with the steelhead, you're going to need to do some trimming. You can see that there's some fatty sections alongside the fish, and you're going to need to cut those off. Got a nice thick skin on it here. And a little bit of trimming along the side. Then feel along. Now the bones, unlike the walleye, the bones here run along a bone line, but it's harder to cut it out on the steelhead than it is on the walleye. Take a pair of tweezers, and with your finger you can actually push those bones up, take a tweezer, and just pull the bone out. And if you just follow right along that bone line, you'll be able to pull out all the bones. And the same thing goes for a salmon fillet. It would work the same way. Okay, I'm going to cut these into steaks. And what we're going to do is poach these, and we're going to poach them in a court bouillon. Now, court bouillon is a mixture of water, white wine, carrots, celery, leek, bay leaf, thyme, peppercorns that have been simmered for about 20 minutes to give the water some flavor. I'm going to bring that court bouillon mixture over here, and we're going to bring it to a simmer, which is very low boil. We want a little bit of bubbles around it. And I'm going to take the fillets of steelhead and lower them into the court bouillon. These should take, this is the same Canadian cooking method I've talked about before, 10 minutes to an inch. These should take about 7 minutes to poach. So just lower them down. We don't want a rolling boil here, because that would definitely make a mess of the fish. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to mix up a ginger sauce. I poached some of the steelhead yesterday, and into that steelhead, I put them in the refrigerator, let them chill, and I'll show them to you in a minute. A ginger vinaigrette is a wonderful sauce to serve with that. Now for the ginger vinaigrette, I'm going to put everything into my little mini chop here. I'm going to put 1 shallot, and you could do this in the food processor. You could even just mix it up by hand. I'm going to put some ginger, a little bit of salt, lime, juice of a whole lime, And then I'm going to give it 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. I'm going to give it a tablespoon of sesame oil. And this is a dark sesame oil, not a light sesame oil. This one, the sesame seeds have been toasted, and that's why we have a dark coloring on it. 2 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar. And this, again, is a Chinese vinegar. If you don't have it, I've made this vinaigrette sometimes when I didn't have a rice vinegar, and I've just gone ahead and used a regular vinegar and a half a cup of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. And we'll just give this a process here. There, we've got it blended together, and we'll hold on to that for a second. I also have a very quick hot sauce that I wanted to do for you to serve with the hot steelhead. And basically what I'm talking about doing is I'm talking about doing a hollandaise sauce. But rather than doing a traditional hollandaise sauce in a double boiler or in a regular pan where you stand a large chance of having it curdle, we're doing this one in a blender. And a food processor would work. A blender is nice for this because it has a much shallower base, so it makes it a little bit easier to do. And in there I'm going to put 3 egg yolks and a tablespoon and a half of lemon juice, and a pinch of cayenne pepper to give it a little bit of spice. And I'm going to blend that together for about 30 seconds. Now with the mixture running and being blended, I'm going to pour some hot butter in, a cup of hot butter. Okay, that gets nice and thick right away. It's a very simple sauce. I'm going to put half a cup of ground pecans. Give it a little bit of a stir, give it a little bit of a help getting going. I'm also going to give it a little bit of salt. You could put watercress in, you could put spinach in, you could put in something green if you'd like this to be a green hollandaise rather than a brown. Okay, it's good and thick, so we'll just use it straight from there. Okay, the fish is poaching nicely. Probably just needs another minute while we set up the plates. For the cold poached steelhead, I like to line the plate with the ginger vinaigrette. So I take that vinaigrette, I'm going to give it another quick spin. I pour a little bit of sauce on the plate, and I spread it around. And then I take my cold poached steelhead, and I poach it with the skin on. At this point, once it's cold, the skin comes off very easily. So I'm just tearing off the skin, laying that on the sauce. And I'm going to take some cilantro leaves. They're also coriander leaves. And I'm going to put those on the sauce for some color, and it also has a nice flavor with the fish. And then for a garnish, I have some Chinese black sesame seeds, which I'm going to sprinkle over one of the fillets. And then I have just a plain toasted sesame seed for the other fish. Take one of these out. Once it cools down a little bit, it would be very easy to get the skin off the other side. I would take the skin off, put it on the plate, and then take the hollandaise, spoon that right over the top. Now this dish needs some color. So with it, I would probably serve, these are some sugar snap peas, would be nice for color. And also some beautiful little tomatoes color on the other side. And these were just blanched, rinsed in cold water and refreshed. And we'll give it a little bit of parsley there. And let's take a look at the finished walleye dish, too. And then the tartar sauce could be served either on the side, or it's got nice firm body. You could also put that on the platter with the walleye. So there we've got 3 different ways to work with the fish that we caught with Denny. It was a pleasure to go fishing with him on Lake Erie. And it was not only a treat to fish on Lake Erie, but there's a real special satisfaction you get out of taking that fish home and cooking it and knowing that you were the one who brought him in out of the shores of Lake Erie. So please not only try cooking some of these fish, but try to have the experience of going out on Lake Erie and having some fun. Thanks for watching us.
Join us next week for another Cooksmart. We're going into the field, literally, where we'll visit an Ohio vegetable farm and get tips on how to buy the freshest vegetables possible. Then it's back into our kitchen, where I'll give you some delicious recipes for cooking vegetables. Be with us then.
Cooksmart, a delectable program filled with a delicious assortment of local cuisine, is made possible by a production grant from the Illuminating Company, bringing you the joys of cooking through the power of electricity.
To receive copies of recipes prepared on today's program, please send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Cooksmart Recipe in care of WVIZ.
Need a vacation, but